Okay, so we're going to talk about the command word evaluate today and how to answer these questions. I'm going to talk about a question which nobody, like not a single student, got a level three on that question, meaning nobody received 5 out of 6 or 6 out of 6 in that question. Every single student got four up until 4 out of 6 marks. So, how to answer these evaluate question? There are some key things I want you to understand first. That to get full marks on these questions, you must should include both sides of the argument. Like you will have to say positive and the negative, advantages and the disadvantages both. Now some people get confused how many advantages and how many disadvantages should they put. It depends. You can use 3 to 1 ratio or 2 to 2 ratio, but it has to be advantage and disadvantages both included. You should also have each point written down with a consequence. Now what does that mean? Meaning link. I will give you an example of exam question in a minute and you will understand what does link mean. Okay, you must use figures and data from the question and a clear judgment must be written down. Okay, meaning you can repeat the information here, right? You cannot, some people say, oh miss, should I repeat what I've said in the advantages and disadvantages? Yeah, you can, right, with the logical thinking. So let's talk about this question now quickly. This question is from I think 2026 or 2025. A drug is only licensed for the medical condition it was used to treat the clinical trials. Drug regulations says control what drug a doctor can prescribe. It ensures the doctors can prescribe a drug with confidence and protect patients. AMD is an eye condition that can result in very poor vision. Doctors treat approximately 40,000 new cases of AMD each year. Two drugs licensed to treat AMD in the UK are drug A and drug B. In many other countries, drug C is used to treat AMD, and drug C is only licensed in the UK to treat cancer and not AMD. Okay. Now, the cost for drug A is 561, cost for drug B is 800, and cost for drug C is only pound 28. The number of injections required for to treat AMD in each of the drug are same. In 2018, the High Court in the UK gave permission to use drug C to treat AMD as well, along with the cancer. Now, you need to evaluate. The last part of the question is missing, but yeah, you need to evaluate this question. And it's a 6 marker response. Now, why C? Should the court should have given the permission? Is it a good choice or not? Now, you can see the data given, and let's see what the mark scheme says. Pause for a minute. I think you should just try yourself first. What points would you write? And please don't forget to link each point you say. Okay, now let's have a look. This is the answer here. To get a level 3 answer, like a level 3 marks on this question, you must include for and against both. Drug C cost far less, £28, than alternatives, meaning other drugs. So it should be used. And the link that you provided is that this will save NHS money and can treat many more patients. That is the link to this point you made, meaning you're just not copying the information saying, oh, it is quite cheap. Why? How will this be helpful? Right? That's the link. Now you said drug C is already used in other countries. That's again a positive point. So what is the purpose of that statement that it has been used in other countries? So you will say, suggest it may already have evidence of its effectiveness in other countries. That's why it has been used, right? Now, for against, you said not licensed in UK for AMD. So what? Now think. So therefore, there could be some safety or effectiveness checks may still be needed. So that's why it has not been licensed, right? So then against one more possible unknown side effects, right, which you don't know. So linked doctors may be less confident prescribing it. That's the against point. Now, conclusion that makes you to reach to level 3, meaning you must say what did you choose one. Drug C should be used only if evidence confirms that it is safe because the low cost can help so many people. So you're saying it should be used, but you said very carefully, you said that it should be safe as well at the same time. Then you could also say against, drug C should not be used yet for AMD because it is not licensed for this condition. So its safety and effectiveness may not be fully confirmed. Although it is much cheaper, patient safety should come first before cost. So that's your conclusion. Now, see, you are repeating the information from the top other two for and against points, but it doesn't matter if you gave the conclusion at least. Now, see, look at the examiner report of this question. This is very interesting. this is I really want you to spend time to read this. This is an important part. This was an evaluate question relating to the licensing of drugs. It was set at a high demand. Copying statements from the text did not gain any credit. Student had to add some value. For example, saying drug C is cheaper was insufficient on its own. Student had to go on and say that would save NHS money. Many people, more people could be treated, or people could be treated sooner. Could be treated or could be treated sooner. Should have said advantages was seen more than disadvantages, but both had to be present in the response to access level 2. Okay, but for level 3, only few students gave a judgment, but no one achieved a level 3. Okay, so that was the examiner report. Let me know if this makes sense, or if you have any question, please post it. Thank you very much.